Oh, Sarah's back. All right. Y'all know what my other classes do? They like come to the meeting early so they can like hang out and like chat. Eighth graders, y'all are an odd bunch when it comes to e-learning. Like y'all are super awkward compared to other grades. All right, but yeah, but yeah, we can't force you guys kind of like we decided we can't since kids have like siblings and stuff. But I continue to think it's better just to come to the live class. All right, I'm still waiting on my feedback about how the review is going. Prudence, you might be very bored by going back to chapter 13, but I'm calling this the road back to chapter 18. We're trying to get back to chapter 18. That's where things started to get kind of difficult for you guys. So chapter 13, we're just going to check the homework, guys. Not too long. My classes last like literally 10 minutes. We had these reflexive pronouns this chapter. Most of them are just pronouns that we already got in chapter 11, which 1.5 kids are surely still getting used to, but they're not too bad. And I have that kind of cheat sheet that I would really love to know that maybe some people printed out. But they do give us third person ones that are different, Sui, Sibi, and Say. So that's stuff like of himself, to himself, herself, itself, whatever it needs to be. We get reflexive possessive adjectives. Again, adjectives that we mostly already had, like meus and tuus and noster, along with suis, suis, suum, which are our new third person reflexive possessive adjectives. And then we get intensive pronouns, or we got them yesterday, right? They're very easy. They just usually sit next to a noun and they kind of intensify it. So whether it's himself, itself, whatever it needs to be. All right. Dum isti bellum nimis malum gerebant hicuitatem ex bello et pacem dugra audebant. I need one of you guys to rat on the rest of your class. Tell me, what are the rest of your classes like in terms of turning their mics on and showing up to live streams? Are y'all this awkward with all your class? I'm kidding. It's fun. But feel free to turn on your mics. It's if you want. It's not a big deal. Do means while. While and isti all by itself. Remember, isti is no different than illa. Illa and ista are both just that. That's all it is. Sometimes isti has like a negative connotation, but isti by itself, meaning like it doesn't look like it's next to a word that has the same case number and gender. So it's not like that something. So it's good to know the gender, which it looks like it could be nominative masculine. So it's like while those men were, gerebant is imperfect there. We're waging war. Gero is always going to be wage when war is the direct object or the object. I guess I could have messed up by I told kids I'd start at 9:05. So maybe some kids did more kids wanted to come. But yeah, if we have to do this long term, like in December, I don't know. We need to bug admin about like maybe making it required unless you have a sibling. He cuitatum ex bello. So nimis just means too, like too much. He all by itself, we need to look at Hickok-Cox chart, and that is on the nominative masculine, or that is the nominative masculine form there, or it's plural. So that'd be these men. So whereas isti was nominative masculine plural, those men, he is going to be these men. So we have a great example of both of those functioning without a word buddy that is like going with them. So these men, what did they do? They were daring to lead the state from war to peace. So we have our direct object in civitas here. So it's like these men were daring to lead the from this prepositional phrase thing object to this accusative object. So add takes an accusative. That's why pox pocus there is in its accusative form. So the grammar isn't really too weird here, but they're sprinkling a lot of extra stuff. Prudence, if you turn on your mic, I would ask you if this was like a really easy, like an overly easy sentence, or maybe it was kind of like fine. But you don't have to turn on your mic. It's not a big deal. Ex his al is, and then I guess it's Sarah. Sarah, you could tell me if it was really hard, but I don't know. I'll just assume it was medium difficulty for both of you. Ex his al is, studiis, noviis, multam, sapientiam virtutemque trahemos. What's important here is that we immediately notice that our verb is first person plural, right? So our subject is we. So we draw And traho trara, that's third conjugation. That's actually future. Future tense. I don't know if I noticed that. But it looks like I'm starting my translation just from left to right. So from His, it might not look like it, but it is from Hikkaicock. It is ablative or data plural, just like Aliis and Studiis and Noviis. Oh my gosh. Are they all? Jeez. So from these other new studies, yeah, okay, we have four. We have a four-word ablative noun phrase. And X is something we got in chapter 8. I think that means from. And then it looks like we have a direct object. So then we would need our subject, which is we. We will draw. And yeah, I left out that it's future tense. It's easy to miss, right? When it's just an A that's actually making it future tense. Okay, we will draw much wisdom and virtue, much direct object. That one's not too bad. All right, number 3, we're halfway done. When ketne illum ivarum amor pecuniae. This is from Winka Winkera, a word that 1.5 kids would have just gotten. That means to conquer. It is third conjugation. So again, just like trahemus, this E makes it future tense. So if it's a question and it's future tense, we want to start with will. That's like the helping verb we start with. Will. And then what is our subject? We need like a third person singular subject. Oh yeah, it's kind of buried here. That's what makes this one weird. It's actually love. Don't get thrown off on illum avarum, because that almost feels like it could be like a neuter subject like that. But what would that even be? That greedy? Yeah, I don't know. But just love is will love conquer that? Wait. It's not just love. It's love pecuniae. Pecuniae here is generative, so it's will love of money conquer that greed. This is a little weird. Avarice is an adjective you guys probably sometimes forget means greedy. So I'm just like I'm fully turning it into a noun here because I don't want to say that greedy or even like that greediness. Greediness is probably fine, but I'm just having to nounify it here because it's technically an adjective. All right, number 4, in illa libro multa de hoc homine demonstrabit. In that book, so that's easy, right? Illa is that, hic is the this. So this is just in that book. Something about much. Let's see, demonstrabit's third person. Do we have a nominative singular to be our subject? I don't think so. So in that book, we can just add he or she, because I don't see like Malta's not going to be the subject. That'd be weird. Like much will show. Demonstrabit is future tense, so let's just add he or she. In that book, he will show much. Malta can be our direct object. That might sound weird, but it actually happens a lot. This would be like a neuter, accusative, plural A. Here, not a feminine singular nominative, because I know what it should be the subject, and that would make even less sense. So he will show much de hoc homine. These don't look like it necessarily, but these are actually both ablative. Hoc and homine, they go together. So about this man or human. I guess we should go with man. All right, unus vir istas copias in hanc terram tum ducebat. So if you're at an advanced level of Latin, you can look at this very quickly and just say, okay, unus and vir go together. They're both nominative. That just means one man. Istas copias obviously go together. That's going to be like those troops. So hic is this or these. Ista and illa are that. And the plural of that is those. This is accusative plural, so it's those troops. And then a very advanced thing would be able to look at this and see that these are actually both accusative singular. They don't totally look like they're the same. They actually are. So it's like one man, ducebat is past tense, back in the day, imperfect. One man was leading a direct object, which in this case is going to be those troops. And then in this starts happening this chapter when n takes an accusative, it will be into, not in, like when it takes an ablative. So it'll be into this land. Tum is just then. Any questions, comments, concerns? I'll post these again to the post. These are the two. It's chapter 11 and chapter 12 vocab that you guys will be responsible for tomorrow during the quiz. There's no class tomorrow. I want you guys to think of, Keaton showed up even though I started recording. Think of if you have any tips, any advice for how to make a Latin 2.5 class work better, or like if there's a better time where more of you guys would come. I don't know. Just let me know if you got any advice. Maybe like all you guys are watching the video very faithfully later in the day, for all I know. But anyway, guys, I won't see you tomorrow. No class tomorrow. Just take your vocab quiz and you're done with Latin for 11-ish days. So have a good break, guys. Let me know what you think about Latin if you get the chance. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye. Have a good week.